Hello, my name is Camila Ferraz. You are on the most powerful channel to treat this problem. In today's video you will know the 3 worst signs of extremely high blood glucose. But before we go any further and find out what those 3 worst signals we've prepared are, I ask you to sign up for the canal. Click like in this video to help more people figure it out. The 3 worst signs more dangerous for a diabetic. Well, I think those of you who don't know me are probably wondering, who am I to point out this incredible home remedy? For many years that I suffered from diabetes and consequently my life was ruined due to this problem. I was with a percentage of blood sugar very high and with various problems for a long time. I looked for several alternatives to help me control diabetes until I found the definitive control guide for all stages of diabetes. I always point this guide here in the channel as a way to help people who really need a definitive solution. If I don't know what the natural guide to solving diabetes is, I'll leave the link in the description and in the first comment of this video. But before meeting this wonderful guide I've researched a lot and tried various methods like juices, tea and tricks to stop diabetes, and everything I've discovered, I share weekly with you here on the channel with exclusive videos to help those suffering from diabetes just as I have suffered. I strongly suggest that you look for a term or medical advice to solve this problem. It is much easier this access to professionals specialists in diabetes. The first signal gets a lot of attention and is very dangerous if you already have the diagnosis of diabetes, or maybe you don't have it and your vision gets blurred and darkened overnight. This is important because they are emergency for you to seek guidance and take a glucose test as quickly as possible, because the little pots that are behind our body are very sensitive and generate increased blood sugar. A classic example that if you put your hand inside a pot of water, the water at room temperature doesn't happen at all. So that's the sugar going through the artery pathway. If the sugar level has become adequate, nothing happens, but if you start boiling that water, increasing too much temperature. If you put your hand inside the pot with boiling water, it happens. You burn your hand. So no one's good at doing that, which is really bad. So, at the bottom of the well, look for the glucose level to go up, that sugar level. It becomes toxic and it becomes dangerous for the vessels to the arteries and the veins, and the vessels that suffer the most from this high sugar level are the little vessels, these little bowls there where at the bottom of our eye. So when the glucose goes up, this void can burst. It can burst. This blood stains the bottom of your eye. Who is diabetic knows that when he is smoothing the founder, is looking there to see if there is some blur bleeding in the vision. So if you've had your vision changed recently, suddenly, I'm talking about visa change, not of degree of arrival, well, and now it's stinking fast. Find a specialist and be quick. This can be a severe sign of bleeding in your eye caused by diabetes, according to a symptom that most draws attention. In my opinion, for the emergence of blood sugar is symptom tingling in the feet on the ground, sensitivity change. Just like I told you that in the vein in the artery, the smaller the bar the more sensitive it. High levels of glucose in the nerves. The same thing, their little fingers also suffer a lot with oral health. So when the sugar goes up, these little detours can suffer. These little detours are in the feet, on the calf, that is, in the extremities of the body, on the tips of the hands as well. So stay smart. If you have any sensitivity changes in your feet, if you touch your foot, you don't feel very well. For example, you touch the knee and the feeling is different, the mouth is different, or your foot no longer feels cold heat the same way. You will bathe, for example, in hot water. When the water hits your shoulder, she is warm and on her foot feels practically nothing, or when it is a very cold day, is dying of cold. Looks like you're getting something on your foot. This may be a sign of the technical term called diabetic neuropathy, which is nothing more than a black man suffering from having too much sugar around him. It's like a short circuit in the communication of the nervous system. With your computer, then pay attention if you lay on a bed box blanket on top of your foot and it looks like there's something too heavy, or it's hurting you, or you can't see it in the beak on your foot, having one foot out of the bed or out of the blanket. This is a sign that your glucose is very high. You need to be evaluated quickly to check this out. That's the third point of this video. It is a point that is very serious. It is also not because it is the third least serious, but are wounds that do not heal. Is that myth that goes along with a second because it gives you the feeling of pain. If you have an integration in the nervous system in your foot that's not working very well. If you cut, you'll hurt yourself. If you have any injuries you will not get a quick sign of it will not, however, and apart from not realizing that your immune system is hurt to your healing system gets impaired by high sugar levels. So look at the snowball. You have a foot with the sole of your foot that doesn't feel very well anymore. You step on a nail, a pebble, this pebble hurts. You don't realize that you hurt if you don't start treating what you're not even hurt. This scar, this bruise, he doesn't heal fast, so he gets open. That infection further slowing down the healing speed can be a bacteria there that starts to make a very large wound. This wound will infiltrate the subcutaneous skin and can reach the bone, and the great tragedies of diabetes, that is the diabetic foot mutation of the toe amputation of the foot itself with giant wounds stabilized by infection in the wrist or necrosis and so many other flowers. Well then, get smart. If you hurt your arm with something or cut yourself in something and it was taking longer to heal, this may be a sign that the healing system is not very cool. Someone knows that some sugar levels impair the healing of your state, so stay connected in these 3 symptoms that are blurred vision, tingling in the feet, and sores that scars. Diabetes only helps to have more and more health problems. And I more than anyone know that diabetes is a serious matter because I have felt it on the skin, and who knows me knows that. Thank God I cured my rapid ejaculation using the natural method found in the description, but before finding it I have researched a lot and learned many tricks to treat diabetes like the ones I share with you on this channel. But what cured my diabetes once and for all was following step by step what is taught in this guide. I will leave the following guide link in the description and comments of this video. And today, thank God, I don't need medicine or mind-blowing prescriptions to end diabetes. So if you want, you can put an end to it in the comfort of your own home, ending it once and for all. Just click on the link in the description or in the comments of this video and have the greatest desire not to take any strong medicine to control the stages of your diabetes. I wish you an amazing day and extraordinarily healthy health, and until the next video, stay with God.